Thanks. Your brother seems to be enjoying himself.
What did he do?
Well, he ordered eggs and caviar for breakfast. The waiter freaked out when he recognized him and almost dropped the tray.
I'll talk to the waiter.
Too late. He already quit. How long do we keep lying for your brother? And how long is he going to be staying at our hotel? Forever?
I don't think Jerry realized that the police have a blood sample of Mr. Craig. So I think that Jerry will have to leave town before the DNA results prove that Jerry and Craig are the same person.
Is my little brother trying to get rid of me?
Careful with that crate. The statue inside is quite valuable. If it gets damaged, I will be very unhappy.
What's the emergency? Leave the crate hanging from the helicopter. I want you to shoot it down.
Lucky. You have the honor of performing a long overdue service to this city.
What kind of service?
We have evidence that Jason Morgan shot and killed Lorenzo Alcazar. You're going to arrest Jason?
I can't. I'm deeply wounded. I mean, we've just been reunited and already you want me to disappear?
I don't want anyone else to get hurt, Jerry.
I'm risking a great deal to get closer to you, little brother.
What about what Jax is risking covering for you with your life?
Try to contain your hostility. You and I both care deeply about Jax, okay?
Well, family loyalty will only get you so far.
Well, I've put myself squarely in the path of law enforcement to come back and stay here in Port Charles to rekindle our brotherly love.
Our brotherly love? Really? I've been searching for a glimpse of the brother I once knew and loved. But he doesn't seem to exist anymore. All that's left is a man who terrorizes people. You know what's really sad? Is that I still feel I have to protect you. That's really sad to me.
You and Lady Jane are the only family I have.
I want you to leave town. You have my full permission to leave town.
Believe it or not, I want what's best for you, Jax.
The ratings for Everyday Heroes keep climbing.
Be careful what you wish for.
My idea was to build a show around Sam so that she'd get a taste of stardom and want it more than anything she's ever wanted. Then I would discredit and humiliate her by exposing her past.
But the show's a goldmine.
Wes, it could make my career. Which means I'll keep Sam's secrets and be the best friend she's ever had. At least for now.
Okay, so as we were saying, you told me months ago that I was unable to carry a child, but I can't stop thinking about it.
Are you ready to consider other options?
Well, the truth is, I want to be a mom, so...
Okay, so you could consider in vitro fertilization and a surrogate mother.
Okay.
We would harvest the eggs, fertilize them with Jason's sperm, and implant.
Hold on. Jason may not want to be a part of this.
It's gonna be impossible to hit that cable, Sonny. You're the best, Jason. Just take it as a challenge.
Wait! Do not put the crate down yet. The statue has to go where the reflecting pool is staked out, facing east.
Oh, hold on. The chopper just moved right over the house. Well, closer's easier, right? Yeah, but if I hit the cable, the crate's gonna fall right through the roof. Nobody's in the house. She's remodeling anyway. Look, I got an injunction barring helicopters flying over my property. I gave it to her a couple days ago. She ignored it, so this is what has to be done.
Call Diane or call the cops, Sonny.
That is not how I do things.
The workmen are clearing debris from the site, and then we're good to go.
Still over the roof. Do it.
Now, when I tell you that the site is clear, make sure you bring it down easy. If there is one crack in that Centaur, so help me.
That'll teach you.
Alcazar was murdered, and we have proof that Jason pulled the trigger. We finally have a charge that can stick here, Lucky.
I have a conflict of interest.
You are an officer of the law, and it is your job to arrest Jason.
Yeah, Jason has saved Elizabeth and my child more than once.
Yes, which is exactly why you should be the one to bring him in.
Okay, sir. With all due respect, there are a number of officers you could send.
You're missing the point.
No, like Rodriguez. He
Jason
has
is
experience
not
in
walking
it.
away from this, and he knows it, and he is far less likely to resort to violence if you are the one who's bringing him in.
Jason cares about Elizabeth.
My point exactly. He's not going to lay a hand on you, Lucky, because you are Elizabeth's husband and Jake's father.
It's important to sign off with any changes you make with the attending. That way, if anything goes wrong, you're not the one with the trick bag.
Thanks for the tip.
You're welcome.
Dr. Drake,
Yes.
I had the pleasure of observing you in OR yesterday, and I know compliments from a student nurse don't mean much, but you were amazing.
Well, I'm always happy to accept compliments, and here's one for you. Keep going the way you are. You'll be assisting me in no time.
Well, I'll look forward to that.
Wow. You're quite a guy, saving endangered women from sprained ankles, inspiring our student nurses.
Hey, be careful. Your insecurities are showing.
Please.
You would be happy if I never talked to another woman but you, would you?
You are so ridiculous. I mean, really. How would you feel if I flirted with everything in a pair of pants?
Some of us just have innate confidence, Robin.
Oh, thanks for coming down on such short notice.
I'm a busy lady. What do you need?
Everyday Heroes is tracking even better than anticipated. The audience relates to Sam. They're inspired to see that an ordinary person is capable of extraordinary things.
Yay, Sam.
Okay, your enthusiasm overwhelms me.
I'm happy that Sam's successful. Time better spent than sitting on Jason's couch spending his money, but you didn't call me down here to get my opinion on Sam.
Sam's credibility stems from the fact that she risked her life to save the Metrocourt hostages.
And her physical appearance doesn't hurt any.
You're skeptical about Sam's heroics?
There were people in the hotel who did more to save the hostages than Sam. She got the show.
Okay, well, that brings me to my question. Jax's brother has surfaced, and it appears he may be James Craig, the leader of the hostage takers. If so, the entire crisis may have been a hoax. I need to know, for damage control, how much of the truth is going to become public.
Hello, darling. I'm the brother of the man you were married to for all the 5 minutes, remember? Try your best to be pleasant.
Why am I here?
Well, you see, Lorenzo Alcazar has departed from this world, which means you'll inherit a great deal of money, a large power base in Venezuela, and most important of all, very useful connections in the international community.
If Lorenzo has died, I have no idea what I will or won't
Oh,
inherit.
come on. Lorenzo had no one except you and your daughter. And I doubt your daughter's going to be handling the affairs,
I
do you?
really have no idea where this is going, but I can assure you that I have
Your
absolutely...
boyfriend has a very valuable get-out-of-jail-free card. One of the perks of doing business with an extremely powerful covert ops group. I need to get in contact with them. You're going to make it happen.
Nice shot. Whatever was in that crate fell through that roof like paper. Told you she was planning to remodel.
Do you know what this is? Huh? It is an 18th century garden ornament, which is now in pieces in my foyer.
I'm sorry to hear that.
There is also a hole that goes through 3 floors and the roof.
Well, that's pretty rotten. I hope you have your home insurance paid up.
How much did he pay you? Huh? To shoot down a beloved piece of artwork?
Do you actually think he can sever a cable, hitting a helicopter in the air like that? No one can make that shot.
Okay, well, last time I brought something in by helicopter, you came charging in with a lawyer and threw an injunction at me.
Oh, that's right. I do have an injunction forbidding you to fly helicopters over my property,
will you
don't
just
I?
stop it? Stop playing games and admit what you've done.
I'm gonna leave you two. No, wait.
You always
Jake.
have to push, don't you? You always do. No one crosses Sunny and gets away with it.
You two know each other?
See you later.
Sorry,
Hey.
I'm late. You ready for your checkup, Jake?
We were about to give up on you.
Yeah, something unexpected came up at work.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. No, I love my job, but I just don't always like what I have to do.
It's not dangerous, is it?
No, don't worry, I can handle it.
I know you can. Because you're a brave, wonderful, amazing husband and father.
Because of you, Cameron, and Jake. My inspiration.
Actually, the lady and I know each other from the old neighborhood in Brooklyn. This is Bensonhurst's own Connie Falconeri.
So much for your word of honor.
You see, Connie changed her name to Kate Howard. She moved to Manhattan to work at a magazine. She's editor-in-chief of Couture Magazine. And only the three of us know who she really is or where she came from because she is ashamed of who she is. I don't know why.
If you breathe a word of this to anyone, I will have you arrested for shooting down my statue and destroying my house.
I'll be at the office.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Relax. Jason's greatest talent, besides his marksmanship, is he keeps his mouth shut.
Okay, so you admit that you had him shoot down my statue.
What are we arguing about? Is the statue, your real name, what?
I asked you to keep quiet. I asked you to respect that I am a different person now, but you couldn't stop yourself. You have this compulsion with dredging up the past.
I told Jason who you are, that's all.
You deliberately disclosed information that I wanted kept confidential.
Okay, you know what? You can change your hair, you can change your clothes, the way you act. You know, you can buy as many statues as you want, but you are still Connie Falconeri from Bensonhurst.
Are you looking for something to hold over me? Do I intimidate you? Huh? Do I threaten you?
No, you know what? You barged into my office, you demanded to use a phone, putting on airs, and I still recognize you. I know this Kate Howard is an act. That's what burns you.
I didn't want my life to end at 76th Street with Sonny Corinthos. That's what burns you.
Then you ram the scalpel through the patient's temple, stand back, and watch them bleed out.
Excuse me.
Emily, you were hell on my ego.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, Patrick. You know, you were so nice to agree to help me with this test, and I can't seem to give you the courtesy of focus. Do you mind if we do this later?
On one condition. I get to ask you a question.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Do you think it's unreasonable that I treated a beautiful woman last week? Or that I was helping a female nurse?
Okay. Well, that depends, Patrick. Were you flirting?
I was being pleasant. I mean, I always try and be pleasant.
See, you're pleasant reads as flirting. If I were Robin, it would drive me insane.
Excuse me, is Robin Scorpio around?
Why?
Well, I understand she's the one that found the experimental drug that brought Laura back.
Actually, we worked on Laura's case together, and if you're sniffing around the hospital looking for Laura's medical records, I'll be more than happy to inform you. I'll make it my business you never get your hands on them.
Jerry claims he was in Australia during the Metro Court crisis.
Yeah, I know what he claims. I'm asking if his cover story will hold up.
He showed up at the hotel, telling Jax he had had plastic surgery. I mean, why would he stroll into the Metro Court in full view of people he held hostage?
Okay, let's get something straight. I don't care if this man is the devil himself. I have no stake in seeing that he pay for his crimes. I'm not driven by moral outrage. I'm driven by ratings. I have a hit show, and my star is supposed to be an everyday hero.
Okay, I'm not seeing the problem here.
If Jax's brother and Mr. Craig are the same person, it casts doubt on the entire premise of Sam as a hero.
This is what I know. James Craig is a cold-blooded killer who took sadistic pleasure in terrorizing people. There was nothing staged about the hostage crisis, and Sam and many other people risked their lives to save those hostages.
The husband and the psychotic brother should make for some fun family vacations.
Never had any contact contact with any covert ops group, so I really can't be of any help.
Really, you want to play games? We're going to play one of mine. It's called Where's the Baby?
Don't you ever threaten my child.
Oh, I would never think of it. I love tots. I mean, ask my brother or Alexis Davis, but I'm more than capable of giving your sweet little daughter away to a good home if you don't cooperate, okay?
So much for the fiction that you're not the same man who killed my father.
I mean, in which way are you related to...
I was his adopted daughter. Alan had a heart attack, and you refused him medical help.
Well, if you were so concerned about your adopted father, why didn't you give the police full disclosure of everything that you knew during the Metro Court hostage crisis, as the papers so dramatically put it?
I was a fool. I believed I was protecting Lorenzo.
As it turned out, Lorenzo was protecting himself. You see, it's the human drive for self-preservation, Sky. Which is exactly why you're going to contact these covert ops people as soon as possible.
So incredible to think that you were actually Jax's brother. You were so opposite him in every possible way.
Jax changes wives like neckties. Out with the old, in with the new. Don't think you're going to get some sympathy because you go cry on his shoulder. I've asked for a simple request. I need you to honor it.
Jax, have a seat.
I assume this is about Jerry.
Yes, the lab is analyzing the DNA provided by your brother. And if we find that it matches the blood found in the restaurant during the hostage situation, which I think we both know it will, then Jerry is going to be charged with every crime that James Craig committed.
No, Jerry's not Craig.
You know that Craig is responsible for crimes of murder and armed robbery. Yeah, just to list a few.
Yeah, not to mention nearly destroying my hotel.
Exactly.
I certainly hope you find the man and bring him to justice. Meanwhile, I have business to attend to, so if this meeting is over...
You know, you're aiding and abetting. The law calls that accessory to murder. It's punishable by years in prison. Do you really want to start your marriage off that way?
Aiding and abetting? Wow. And as far as my marriage is
How's
concerned...
your conscience,
it's really
Jax,
none of
huh?
your business, is it?
How does Carly feel about the fact that you are forcing her, your wife, to lie just to protect your brother? I mean, after everything that she went through? I mean, she must have nightmares about the whole thing. She must wake up in cold sweats,
the
heart
fact
pounding in her chest.
That you could even accuse me after the pain that you put Carly through. You know, it brings new meaning to the word hypocrite.
My alleged crimes are not the issue here. Your brother, on the other hand, that's a different story. Come on, Jax. You've justified Jerry's behavior in your head all of these years, right? You've told yourself, look, he's troubled. He hasn't had the breaks that I've had, you know? It's just the way he is. You've helped Jerry out because you're the stable one, right? You're the one who's been successful, who's made a good life for himself, and you now have a woman that you can share that life with. But Jerry is going to take all of that away. Unless you choose to stop him. Look, I'm willing to give you immunity in exchange for testimony against your brother.
Rick, I can't give you any evidence against my brother because I don't have any to give you. Okay, I wasn't even in town during the hostage crisis at my hotel. Actually, I was searching for Jerry.
Oh, really? Where?
I was in Siberia. Jerry
Siberia?
called me and he needed my help. I got on a plane that night.
Okay, so you're saying that you were with your brother in Siberia?
I didn't meet with him. I said I was helping him.
Oh, I see. So either Jerry was lying or you knew that he was in Port Charles and you intentionally stayed away in order to give yourself an alibi. Look, Jax, my guess is that you didn't know about your brother's involvement in the Metro Court incident until after the fact, and now what you're trying to do is damage control.
Rick, it's an interesting theory, but I'm sorry, you just can't prove anything.
Look, I understand what it's like to want the approval of an older brother. You know, you lose all objectivity, you kind of throw reason to the wind.
I'm sorry, Rick, I really can't relate.
Jerry's freedom is not worth sacrificing your own, Jackson. At this point, that's exactly where this is going.
Assuming, of course, you can actually convict Jerry of any of these crimes. Right?
Listen, I know you don't know me or my intentions, but let me assure you, I've been in love with Laura long before you were even born. I have her best interests at heart here. I mean, why else would I be asking about some kind of miracle cure?
I was one of Laura's doctors. My perspective is objective, so forgive me if your personal history means nothing to me. I was the one that examined Laura the last day she was mentally competent. The one that she suggested she go back to Shady Brook. And if you insist on getting personal, I was at Luke and Laura's wedding.
Well, let me tell you something. That was as phony as a $3 bill.
Not Laura. I witnessed how in love Luke and Laura are, how happy she was, how desperately she wanted to stay with her family. Taking Laura away from Luke is petty and vindictive. And if you want my professional opinion, it's highly detrimental to the patient's welfare, which I will be more than happy to tell the court if asked.
I think the judge is going to rule in my favor. If not, if there's a continuation, it goes on, I will just subpoena Laura's records. Oh, hey, Robin. I've been looking for you.
Why?
Well, what are the chances of finding a medication that would bring Laura back?
Well, I've been checking with research facilities since Laura relapsed, and if I find anything promising, I will notify her family. No one else.
Oh, it is all coming back to me. The swagger, the confidence, that same killer smile that got you anything that you wanted.
I got an injunction. You ignored it. What'd you
Okay, you may wear those designer suits and live in the fancy estate, but you are the same cocky kid with a chip on his shoulder and something to prove.
Cool off, Connie. I'm sure there are a lot more statues where yours came from.
You don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
I think I do know what I'm talking about because you spent how many years getting your own way? Well, this time you didn't get your own way, and it makes you crazy.
Oh, okay. So this is payback, isn't it? Because I didn't show up that night. Because I actually wanted to improve myself and make something
And you call this improvement?
I do.
You do?
I have front row seats at all of the Paris shows. I have slept in the Lincoln bedroom in the White House. I have Steven Spielberg's wife on my speed dial.
Wow. Well, where do you go from there?
Okay. See, you're just annoyed because I moved in next door to you. So you just shot down the valuable statue from the sky. Who
You don't
cares
care
if
about
it
that
shatters?
rock. It's just a status, something you can buy, some piece of art you can buy for your friends so you can show off.
The sculpture was made by a sculptor from a town called Calvanico. It happens to be the town that my grandfather is from. He was considered a master of the region. That statue had a lot of sentimental meaning. It represented to me where I have come from and everything that I have accomplished. And you destroyed it.
It doesn't get any better than that, little guy. I mean, top percentile and everything.
He's healthy, that's all that matters.
Well, I still get to boast.
Yeah, but yesterday you spent 20 minutes talking to Nicholas about how alert Jake was watching the butterfly. You could have cut it down to like maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Dads get to bore each other with stories of their kids. I mean, it's a right to fatherhood.
You're right, you can boast.
Well, I will. Because honestly, having this little guy is better than I could have ever imagined. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this amazing, precious gift.
Thank you for being an amazing father.
Family is everything to me. And you and Cameron and Jake, nothing's ever gonna tear us apart.
We're gonna go to the park. Do you want to walk with us?
You know, I'd love to, but I gotta get back to work.
That unexpected business?
Yeah, I'm waiting for a warrant to come in, and if it does, I have to make an arrest.
Okay.
Okay, but come on.
Hi. Okay, I owe you an apology.
No, it's okay.
No, Jason, please listen. I lashed out at you and I called you selfish, which was completely unfair. It was my own stuff. My own reaction to how much everything has changed. You think your life is gonna work out a certain way, and I don't know, when it doesn't, you just...
You can't have a child because of me. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about that.
I know. And I don't blame you for that. I really don't. I don't blame you for any of it, Jason. I just have to face reality. I'm never going to be able to carry the term. We are never going to be able to say, hey, let's make a baby. It's just never going to work out that way. Ever.
I'm sorry.
I know. So am I. You know, life has knocked me sideways. And I need to focus on what I do have. More of what maybe I can have and stop worrying so much about what I can't. Because nobody's life is perfect, right? You just get things thrown at you and you deal. So this is me just trying to deal.
If there's anything I can do to help you, you know.
I know.
I'll do anything.
Just stay honest with your feelings, you know? That's all I can ask for. I love you, Jason.
I love you too.
Thank you.
I need you to buy me a statue.
Hi.
Hi.
Why?
Why? Well, because you're a great decorator and you know where to find the stuff and where the vendors are and things
What kind of a statue? What kind of a statue?
18th century marble centaur.
Wow.
Price is no object.
This coming from a man whose idea of great sculpture is the stuff at Monument Park, at Yankee Stadium. So who's the lady?
Well, Kate Howard was bringing a crate in and her choppers were flying all over my property, so I kind of overreacted a little bit.
Didn't you get an injunction against that?
Yeah, but Miss Howard ignored the injunction, and I made sure that there was nobody in the house, and Jason kind of did some rifle practice, and he severed the cable holding the crate in one shot. It went through the roof, a couple floors down, a million pieces all over.
Oh my God, I would have paid to see that.
But it was a very sentimental statue for her. So.
You fell for that?
What do you mean?
Kate Howard doesn't do sentimental. All she cares about is keeping up appearances. She's mad because she broke the rules and lost her statue as a result.
I'm not saying I'm defending a woman.
Oh,
I'm just trying to do what's right. And, you know, it was a valuable statue for her, and I just don't want to replace it. But I understand. You don't want to help? You don't want to help?
I didn't say I didn't want to help.
Oh.
No, I will find the perfect statue for Miss Howard.
Nice work with Baldwin.
Thanks, you too. Which is a perfect example of why you baffle me. You can be completely sensitive one moment, rushing to Laura's defense, and then in another moment, you're just typical.
Oh. Well, that works both ways, you know. One minute you're sexy and fun, the next I'm smacked in the face with your pettiness and holier than thou. People are complicated. There's often two sides to the same coin. I think maybe the key is tolerance. Do you think we can manage that?
Probably, with a little bit of work on my part.
Likewise.
Warrant came through. Now go and do your duty and arrest Jason Morgan for the murder of Lorenzo Alcazar.
What?
We found evidence that Jason Morgan killed Alcazar.
What kind of evidence?
Well, it's compelling enough for a judge to sign off on an arrest warrant. I know that you thought that Lorenzo went back to his home in Venezuela, so I'm sorry, this must be a shock for you.
Did they find Lorenzo's body?
No.
Well, then how can you be so certain that he's dead?
Well, Jason doesn't leave loose ends. Detective Spencer is on his way to arrest him right now. I'll do everything in my power to make sure that Jason cooperates so that you have some closure.
You know what? I'll be back.
No one wanted Lorenzo dead more than you.
Well, as district attorney, I, of course, was monitoring Mr.
Oh,
Roberts.
come off it, Rick. What was your alibi for the night Lorenzo went missing?
Hey, sorry I'm late. Let's get rolling, yeah?
Wow. Your mood is definitely improved.
Yeah, I went in for a consultation about my fertility options, and it looks like by this time next year, I'll be a mom.
You might have run this by me first.
Wow, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was a group decision.
Sam, you're the star of a hit show. This will affect production.
I really don't see what the problem is. Working women become moms all the time.
Well, not to be shallow, but your looks are an important part of the package. Plus, people tune in to see you in action. A pregnant woman can't perform the high-risk stunts that you do.
I'll be using a surrogate. I mean, it'll be mine biologically, so...
Yours and Jason's? Does he even know about this?
Well, he said he would support anything I decided.
In other words, no.
Look, I am hoping Jason will love my child regardless whether he's the father or not. And this way, Lucky and Elizabeth, they can have their child and their family and be happy. And Jason and I, we can raise our child together.
Hey, Jake, listen, Mommy has to tell you a secret. I've become addicted to a certain coffee they only make here, so take a look around, because we're going to be here a couple times a week. Hi.
Hi. Large decaf iced mocha latte.
Oh, wow, I've been kind of that predictable, huh?
Jason's in the office. You want me to let him know you're here?
No. We're just going to go to the park.
Well, it's a great day for it. Iced latte coming up.
Thanks. You're okay. Come here. Come on, I'll get you out. Oh. Is that better? Is that better, my love?
Any more choppers flying over the property?
Since this morning. It's been pretty quiet.
You know what? Maybe I went too far. I mean, it's not like the choppers were flying and woke up the kids or anything. The kids were at school and all that, you know. Maybe I just... As long as they fly at reasonable times, it's no big deal, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, Miss Howard is my neighbor. I don't want to have a running feud with my neighbors, so... I think I'm going to have Diane lift the injunction. What? Wait. I think it's a sprinkler.
Yeah, it is. I got it. I got it.
Damn you. You did that on purpose.
No. But, yeah, I'm not complaining about the results.
Where were you?
Oh, D.A. Lansing summoned me to his office to inform me that I would be prosecuted as an accessory if I didn't give up my brother.
I don't want you paying for your brother's crimes, Jax.
Rick doesn't have anything. They're just empty threats.
They're not empty threats. Once they match your brother's DNA to Mr. Craig's, it's over. Your brother will go to jail. You could go with him.
Don't worry, okay? It won't come to that.
Airtight alibi for the night that Alcazar disappeared. You, on the other hand, were in a house with no witnesses.
What are you suggesting?
Relax, Sky. Nobody's implying that you had anything to do with Alcazar's murder. I'm very confident we have our killer.
What kind of evidence do you have against Jason?
Sorry, that's privileged information.
So you can't or won't tell me anything?
Well, perhaps I could. If you can tell me something in return.
You're hanging me out here to dry, Rick. If you arrest Jason, he and Sonny will think that I led you to that evidence. And they'll waste no time coming after me.
Our next segment is on fires in the home, how to survive and evacuate safely. You'll be interviewing a woman who lost one child in the fire and saved another.
Oh my God, she must be devastated.
Well, she's taking positive action by trying to keep it from happening to anyone else.
You know, when I lost my child, I just kind of curled up into a ball and wanted to retreat from the rest of the world. It's really something you never get over.
You really think having another child will help?
I don't know. I'm thinking it'll give Jason and I a chance to heal and start over.
You may be expecting a little too much.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. When I was pregnant with Sonny's kid, Jason grew to love it, and I'm hoping that he will grow to love this child just as much and be thrilled when it's born.
Well, then, we better shoot as many locations as possible before your life gets any more complicated.
Okay. Well, what's next? The climbing safety shoot? Yeah?
I moved it up. We'll be heading to the mountains this afternoon.
Okay. Okay, bring it on. I am suddenly ready for any challenge.
Jake and I just came from his appointment. He's in the top percentile for everything, height and weight.
Glad he's doing well. He's a pretty calm baby.
Actually, today he's been a little fussy, but he calmed down once we came in here. Do you want to hold him?
Your iced mocha latte is ready.
No, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Come here, little guy. Oh, look at you, huh? You're growing so fast, Jake. He's pretty happy.
Yeah, he is. The doctor says he doesn't really smile yet, that it's just a reaction, but I swear his face lights up every time he sees me. Kind of like he's doing right now.
Jason, give the baby back to Elizabeth.
Lucky I was just getting a cup of coffee. What's going on?
Jason Morgan, you're under arrest for the murder of Lorenzo Alcazar.